Lots of chat, obviously, about Alexander Isak. Eddie Howe says there's been no change in the situation regarding the striker, but he still wants to see him play for Newcastle again. Isak won't be involved in Newcastle's game against, who wouldn't you know it, Liverpool on Monday night.
My preference for these things is it doesn't happen publicly, because I think everything is better dealt with behind closed doors, but needs must, and in this situation the club has spoken, and probably justifiably so in that moment. He's contracted to us, he's our player. My wish is that he would be playing on Monday night with us, but he won't be, and that's regrettable at this moment. But he 100%, I want to see him back in a Newcastle shirt.
Are you having conversations with him, and how is your relationship with him despite all this that's going on?
Yeah, I haven't seen him this week, I don't think. I saw him last week. Yeah, when I see him, we speak as normal. There's no issues there between us. Of course, it's a difficult situation from both sides, and I can see it's far from ideal for both parties, and that includes Alex and us. But no, when we see each other, we're fine and we speak. But as I say, I haven't run into him this week.
So, Dara, Eddie Howe has said he 100% wants to see Alexander Isak back in a Newcastle shirt. If you were to put a percentage on it, what is the likelihood of that happening?
It's the never-ending saga, isn't it? Look, Eddie has a class act. You see him there, he handles. You can tell why he's a player's manager.
Yeah.
Why players love playing for him. What an England manager he would have been, by the way. But he's now in a position he didn't expect to be in after winning a cup and having a good season last year. So he needs this, one way or another to be resolved. And after this Liverpool game on Monday, I guess we're going to find out. If that deal's not agreed by Tuesday, Wednesday, it's done. And I think he's staying there. So I couldn't give you a percentage on it, because things change in football.
Yeah.
If you were putting bets on this, you could lose your house, because you just don't know how it's going to go. I said yesterday, sell him, move on, go buy a couple of players and take the drama away from your dressing room. He, as a manager, doesn't deserve this.
It's classic that it's Liverpool up next, isn't it? You couldn't write it.
You couldn't write it. I agree. Jamie Carragher said something in one of his columns this morning about Liverpool need another plan B. And I agree with him there. We're short in attacking options. And if we've gone all in on this, hoping this happens, we could end up with egg on our faces if Newcastle end up keeping him, and we don't have a plan B, and then one of our wide players gets injured, or one of our attacking players gets injured. We've already got 2 right backs injured. So as much as everyone's excited about Liverpool, the recruitment, the business they've done, I'm worried there that we could end this window weaker in the attacking departments than we started the window.
We will definitely get into Liverpool shortly. Let's stay on Newcastle for a bit.
Sure.
Sky Sports have partnered with Fanalysis, an app where passionate fans known as Fanalists share their opinions on their club. We can now cross to Newcastle fanalist Paul Ditchburn. Good morning to you, Paul. Eddie Howe says he 100% wants to see Isak back in a Newcastle shirt. Do you think you will?
As I'm sitting here now, I can't see a way back for him. I've tried to think about this over the summer numerous times, and I just can't see how he reintegrates back into the side. With what's been said, the statement he released at the weekend, during the week, and then Newcastle's response. Eddie stays very diplomatic through it all, as he always has done. As you say, he's a class act. However, he faces a monumental task trying to get this all sorted out before, if he stays after the transfer window.
Paul, yesterday, and I said it again today, and whatever else, do you agree with me, as majority of Newcastle fans, sell him, get the most money, go buy Nicholas Jackson and one other striker, because you've already got some great wide attacking options. You're going to score goals in that team. So move past this and move past as quick as you can. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think it's dragged on for far too long. It's become a bit of a farce. Eddie Howe's press conference this morning, all he was asked was about Isak, not about the game on Monday, which is a huge game for Newcastle United as it is. So it's becoming very, very difficult. Look, we've got to be careful here and not take a low ball offer for him. We've stuck by the 150 million valuation, and I think the club have been pretty hard on that all summer. But we do need to look beyond Alexander Isak now and think we don't have a striker there at the moment. Gordon's having to play there. He's not an out-and-out striker. It's a very, very difficult situation to be in. So, yes, I would rather that he left. We got a couple of strikers in to do the job, and we rebuild after Alexander Isak. I just think the whole situation is blown way out of proportion now.
Paul, do you feel let down? Has Alexander Isak thrown his toys out of the pram here, or does he have a point? Was he made promises that have been broken?
I don't think we'll ever know what promises came from who, to be honest. I think whoever's promised him isn't at the club anymore. And if he was promised something, then why didn't he get it in writing? Surely this day and age, everything business-wise, you put in writing just so you can come back to it eventually. However, he didn't do that. And Newcastle were pretty adamant in their statement during the week that nobody there has promised him anything. So for me, I believe the club over Isak. I have to say, he has badly let the club down, but he's badly let the fans down as well. The fans' reaction has been terrible towards him. He faces a real uphill task trying to get the fans back on side as well. So yes, he's badly let everybody down with his behaviour. It's just a real shame.
Dara, the day and age of gentlemen's agreements, have they gone out the window?
There's no such thing. And this, somebody made a promise. It's a he said, she said situation. We don't know the truth. So why doesn't he grow a pair and come out and name the person? The reason he hasn't is because he'd get sued, because that person would deny that ever happened. So this is just a typical footballer wants out, wants his dream move. Now let's talk to the agent, come up with these different things, and let's create confusion around the situation. Like I said, I'm bored by the whole thing. I'm sure Newcastle fans are. I'm sure Eddie Howe doesn't want to sit in every press conference and talk about the same thing. He's got a squad that's in the Champions League. He wants to get on with it. He's a top-class manager. Newcastle and him really need... If I'm the manager, I'm saying, sell him. 150 we're not going to get. Get 120, 130. What's 20 million difference at this stage? Let me go get 2 other players and get on with our season.
The question then, Paul, is who do you get with that money? Who's top of your wish list?
Well, there's been a few top of my wish list over the summer, which hasn't come to fruition, unfortunately.
Which Liverpool managed to nab one of already, right?
Yeah. I mean, Ekitike was a fantastic option for us, but look, it hasn't happened. We have to look at who's available now. And, you know, Strand Larsen's been mentioned a lot. I think I would prefer him over Nicholas Jackson, if I'm openly honest. I think Jackson, I haven't been that impressed with him, to be honest. I mean, his discipline has been terrible in the Premier League. We saw that firsthand last season. However, at this stage now, we need a striker. So if it was to be Jackson, I'd support him fully.
Eddie Howe turns Nicholas Jackson into a top-class player, in my opinion. And with the wide attacking options you have and that crowd behind him, you could turn that player into a 20-goal-a-season striker in the Premier League. So for me, if he's 60, 70 million and you're getting that much for Isak, take the deal.
Well, I think, you know, Eddie Howe has been renowned for bringing players on. There's no doubt about that. He's got a fantastic reputation for doing that. And that's what we always say up here. You know, when we're unsure about a player joining, we always look to the point of, well, look who he's going to be working for. And that's Eddie Howe.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's massive for us. And the way he's brought players on, changed the way some of them play, like Joe Linton, for instance.
Yep.
He brings them on.
Discipline issues,
yes,
all
I
those
agree
things.
on that, son.
Yeah, he'll clean all of that up. So I don't know what they're waiting for. Chelsea want to sell him. There's a deal there to be done. And this cloud could lift very quickly. So I'm not quite understanding why it's getting dragged out. I get you don't want him playing against you on Monday night or your own player or being involved or whatever. But just,
I don't think he would, though. I don't think he would. If he signed, he wouldn't play.
He's not fit probably to play. But I think the bottom line is this is just it's just a drama that everyone could do it out. And like I said, it's getting a bit boring now.
What about, Paul? You mentioned Jurgen Strand Larsen, who, I mean, 60 million sounds like an awful lot of money, but the game's gone in terms of price tags for strikers these days. I don't think Wolves want to sell him, but what do you think about him as a player?
I wasn't sure at first, but then again, you look at his stats from last season. Wolves weren't great last year. They did get a little bit better as the season went on. He's big, he's bulky, he's strong. Somebody that could, you know, really ruffle the feathers of centre backs, which is what we need. Anthony Gordon at the moment, as good as he is of a footballer, he's not going to do that. He's not got the physicality. We need a bit of physicality in that penalty area, whether it be Larsen, whether it be Jackson. We have to have some kind of physicality, and we've just got nothing up front at the moment in that context.
And the irony, of course, as I was saying to Dara, that it's Liverpool up next as well. A bit of extra spice in that fixture now.
Yeah. I don't think it really needs any extra spice anyway. If you look at the historical results or games between us and Liverpool, they've always been fantastic occasions. It's under the lights at St James's Park. Yes, it does give an extra edge to the game without a shadow of a doubt. The crowd will be incredible. The atmosphere will be amazing, as it always is under the lights. It'll be a great spectacle for the Premier League, and I think that's what we need to concentrate on and forget about this Isak stuff and concentrate on what will be a fantastic football match between two excellent sides.